Hello everyone, welcome to Busy Ark, your one stop to more knowledge. Welcome back, ghouls and goblins. Today we're diving into the eerie and mysterious world of Halloween. The costumes, the candy, the creepy decorations. Here are 5 spine-chilling facts you probably didn't know about this haunted holiday. Halloween goes way back, like thousands of years. Its origins are deeply rooted in ancient traditions and beliefs that have evolved over millennia. We're talking ancient Celts in Ireland, Britain and France, celebrating Samhain on October 31st. This was a significant time for them, marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. Samhain was their New Year's Eve, but way spookier. It was a time when they believed the veil between the living and the dead was at its thinnest. The Celts believed that on this night, the boundary between the living and the dead blurred. Spirits could cross over, and it was a night filled with both fear and reverence. They lit bonfires, wore costumes, and made sacrifices to appease the spirits. These rituals were meant to protect them from any harm that these wandering spirits might bring. They even carved turnips into creepy faces to ward off evil spirits. These turnip lanterns were the precursors to the modern-day jack-o'-lanterns. Fast forward, the Romans conquer the Celts and add their own twist. They merge their own festivals with Samhain, blending traditions and customs. Enter Christianity, and the church rebrands it as All Hallows' Eve to honor saints. This was an attempt to Christianize the pagan festival and give it a new meaning. Samhain morphed into All Hallows' Eve, then All Saints' Day, and finally Halloween. Each transformation added new layers and traditions to the celebration. It's like a spooky game of telephone through history. Each era added its own twist, making Halloween the eclectic mix of customs we know today. So next time you celebrate, remember its ancient roots. From Celtic rituals to Roman influences and Christian reinterpretations, Halloween is a tapestry of history. It's fascinating how traditions evolve. Crazy, right? The next time you carve a pumpkin or dress up in a costume, think about the centuries of history behind those actions. Let's dive into the fascinating world of trick-or-treating. Did you know it has a super long and kind of creepy history that dates back centuries? Back in medieval times, there was this practice called souling, which might sound a bit eerie. Poor people would go door to door on All Saints' Day, singing prayers and offering soul cakes in exchange for food or money. It was a way to honor the dead and help the living. The soul cakes, often small and round, represented the souls being prayed for. They were a symbol of remembrance and hope. Fast forward to the 19th century, and souling gradually morphed into what we now know as trick-or-treating. Kids started dressing up in all sorts of costumes, from spooky to whimsical, and going door to door demanding treats with a cheerful trick or treat. And if they didn't get any treats, well, they had a backup plan. Let's just say they weren't afraid to pull a few pranks, like throwing eggs or toilet paper in a house. Mischief was part of the fun. The trick part of trick-or-treating has always been a bit controversial, sparking debates and even making headlines. But let's be real, no one wants to be the house that gets egged on Halloween, right? So it's always a good idea to have plenty of candy on hand. More candy for me means happy trick-or-treaters and a prank-free night. Jack-o'-lanterns, more than just a pretty face. Let's talk about the OG Halloween decoration, the jack-o'-lantern. Those glowing grins are everywhere, but have you ever wondered where they came from? The answer lies in an old Irish legend about a dude named Stingy Jack. Jack tricked the devil twice. When Jack died, he was denied entry into both heaven and hell. The devil sent Jack off into the night with only a burning lump of coal to light his way. Jack carved out a turnip, stuck the coal inside, and boom! The first jack-o'-lantern was born. When Irish immigrants came to America, they started carving pumpkins instead of turnips. So next time you're carving a jack-o'-lantern, remember the story of Stingy Jack. Superstitions: don't cross a black cat on Halloween. Halloween is the most superstitious night of the year. We've got black cats, broken mirrors, walking under ladders. Many superstitions are rooted in ancient folklore and beliefs. Take black cats, for example. In some cultures, they're seen as good luck, but in others, they're associated with witchcraft and bad omens. The don't walk under a ladder thing dates back to ancient Egypt, where ladders were considered sacred. And if you see a spider on Halloween, it's actually the spirit of a loved one watching over you. Oh, and letting a bat into your house on Halloween is considered bad luck. Whether you believe in superstitions or not, they add an extra layer of spookiness to Halloween. Just be careful out there. Global Halloween. It's not just an American thing. People all over the world celebrate this spooky holiday in unique ways. While Halloween is often associated with American traditions like trick-or-treating and pumpkin carving, many other countries have their own unique ways of celebrating. In Mexico, they celebrate Dia de los Muertos, or Day of the Dead, to honor and remember loved ones who have passed away. This vibrant and colorful festival is a time for families to come together and celebrate the lives of those who have departed. They build altars called ofrendas, decorated with flowers, candles, and offerings of food and drinks for the spirits. These altars are often adorned with marigold flowers, which are believed to guide the spirits back to the world of the living. In Japan, they have a festival called Obon, which is also a time to honor ancestors. This Buddhist tradition involves family reunions and visiting ancestral graves. They light lanterns and float them down rivers, symbolizing the souls of the departed returning home. The sight of hundreds of lanterns floating on the water is both beautiful and poignant. And in Ireland, they still celebrate Samhain with bonfires, parades, and fortune-telling games. Samhain is an ancient Celtic festival that marks the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter. Halloween is celebrated all over the world, with each culture adding its own unique traditions and customs. From the spooky to the sacred, these celebrations reflect the rich diversity of human culture. It's amazing to see how one holiday can be interpreted in so many different ways. Whether it's through parades, festivals, or quiet moments of remembrance, Halloween brings people together in a shared celebration of life and death. Well, there you have it, my spooky friends. 5 freaky facts you probably didn't know about Halloween. From ancient Celtic rituals to modern-day candy comas, Halloween has definitely evolved over the centuries. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more spooky content. Have a haunted Halloween!